Hello, so good evening, everyone. Welcome to the first episode of Achievers Chronicle. This is a new edition of Law Internships, the online law school, where we bring the lawyer's journey from their school to being a successful lawyer on our platform, just on your door. So today we have with us Advocate Ramesh Tripathi, sir. He is a managing partner at Ramesh Tripathi and Associates. Today he
Yes.
will guide us on our journey of his journey, how he had become such a successful lawyer. So, sir, my first question to you is, how would you like to introduce yourself to our viewers?
We are the first generation lawyers, and initially in my family, my younger brother is one of my cousin brother is IPS officers. So initially, I was preparing for the civil services examination. But during that, I visited the Delhi and I met the legend lawyer Ramjit Madani sir regarding a admission of one of my friend's sisters in the Symbiosis School, Pune. After meeting him, then immediately I have decided I will do law and I will do the practice in my life.
Okay, sir.
So that was the turning point in my life. After meeting him, fortunately, when I met him, that point of time, Arvind Kejriwal and Prashant Bhushan is waiting for him. Arvind Kejriwal and one other guys are waiting him, and the way he was talking and the way he was giving the instruction to his the subordinated booklets, I was very much impressed, and that day I have decided, in spite of going in the civil services, I'll do the law and I'll serve the nation through this profession.
That's a very nice decision, sir. My next question to you, sir, is from a law student to a successful lawyer, how will you describe your transition?
Okay. So first of all, thanks. As per the law students, I am the successful lawyer. But till date, I consider myself as a law student, and always I want to since in our professions, what I have been told by our seniors that in our professions it is a very noble professions. Uh, Once doctor operate a patient, it cure a patient. One officer give the order, it's concentrate to the his department only. But once the lawyer operate, it cure the entire system. What has been I told to my senior lawyers. So this is a very noble professions, but in our professions, uh, it is you have to be very hardworking, you have to be very prompt, you have to take very quick decisions, and you cannot take that decision unless you will not a good reader. If you want to become a good lawyer, you have to be good reader. At least the judgment, you have to read the judgment, recent judgment, that you can say that is the Gita, Quran, Bible. You are belong from any this religious. If you want to become a good lawyer, so definitely you have to be read the judgments, and you have to, if you want to choose any in profession in any specialty, who is the top lawyers or top counsels in that your professions, and just to read their biography also. So how they talk, how they read, how they act, how they present the matter before the court. So this definitely this will definitely bring you in a better way. And in any profession, not our profession, and especially in our profession, this is not an overnight story. If you will if you will make a good habits of reading and concentrate with your matters, and you keep, and it is very important, you have to be very honest with your clients, and you have to be very honest with the courts. It is not for for bidding the case you have to be submit anything, and you to be do the unfair this practice. You have to be very honest with your profession, with the courts and with your clients, and you have to be hard work, and you have to go the entire matters. And especially in any matter, civil, criminal, corporate, you have to be at least read again and again the brief, Every times you will get some new clue. What as per the my experience. And definitely, once you will argue the matter, one will present before the court. Definitely, it will impact, and you will get the good result. So I never thought uh, I will become. I was never thinking I am a very successful lawyer or this or that. I even today I have completed 18 year, 19 year my practice. I I take every my clients the uh, same as it is, and when I started my practice, the same way I I I do the practice with my brief, with my client, and with appeal the court. So unless you will not be hardworking, and unless you will not be honest, ethical, you cannot go very long in our profession.
Sir, as you were discussing about the court procedure and how you manage your clients and the court, please give us some, please share some experience, like while before, appearing before the benches, whether it's Supreme Court, any tribunal, or High Court. Any funny incident or any experience which gave you a life lesson learning.
Definitely, I will say that. And that experience was very encouraging and very life changing moment for me. When I started the practice, I was started the practice with my senior Ramrawadi, Barrister Ramrawadi. He was a very legend lawyer of Bombay High Court. I think it was the same year when I started the practice. Within a year, it was a matter I was appealing the matter before Justice Kanade. It was a matter wherein the sixth appellant has filed the criminal appeal for the acquittal. They have been convicted by the lower courts. It was, I think, murder matter. And my senior told me once matter will be called out, just you keep it back. I will come and argue the matter. So when the matter is called out, I appeared before the court and requested that my senior is held up in other bench and matter maybe keep it back. He will come and argue the matter. Then Justice Kanade sir told me, why Mr. Tripathi, why you will not argue the matter? So I told sir, I am not prepared. I am not prepared the matter, and this is the conviction matter, and four appellant is involved, and this is very serious matter and big matter. Politicians are involved in this matter. So keep it back. Bola, no, you have to argue matter. So I requested that I have not gone through the entire brief. So he told me that I am giving you time. You come afternoon, after post vacation, post lunch, and you argue the matter. So he keep it matter on my promise that I will argue the matter. So I promised. I was having no choice. So I told my senior was very angry. How you will argue the matter? But I requested him to just to give me a chance. I will read the matter and I will argue for the court. So after the lunch over, me and my senior and other associate visited in the court. When my senior stand up for argument, Justice Kanade sir told, no, Mr. Adi, today I will heard this matter through your associate, Mr. Tripathi. So I have argued the matter, and by the grace of God, by the grace of justice, by the grace of my parents, I succeeded in that matter. Fortunately, all the whole person has been acquitted. And that after acquitting that matter, I it's give me this big confidence. So from that, I started to argue in the all mostly matters, and sir started giving me to brief. That was a very life changing moment for me. So even for the youngest lawyer and for the interns, I will say that once you will go in the court with your senior or with your own matters, please go through the entire matters. Don't expect judge will give you any adjournment unless you will. Once any occasion came, even Mr. Kanade told initially he told me that Mr. Tripathi, why you are not getting the chance? It is good chance to you, and senior never give you the chance. You start. So since I was not there, the matter I have not gone through the matter. So therefore, I was taking the judgment. So what I'm giving as per my experience, I want to say for the fresh advocates, please, whenever you go to court, please go through the entire file, please read all the matters, and then you visit the court. So don't expect the judges will give you the adjournment. So if any moment you can at least start the matter. So that was very changing moment for my life.
That's very inspiring, sir. Nowadays, we all see the honorable judges giving chances to the young lawyers who are either first generation lawyers to appear, and they take their proceedings very smoothly. We have been seeing that. So that's a great thing in our judiciary.
I will add one more thing.
Yes.
Not only that, on very next day he called me, Justice Kanade and Justice Kambare was there. He called me in my chambers and he instructed me this steno, go Mr. Tripathi and just this matter should be listed in the AIR. So that matter is listed in the AIR also.
Oh, that was nice. That's a great achievement, sir.
In the first year of practice, if your matter is listed in the AIR and if
Yeah.
you are getting the acquittal out of 4 person who has been convicted and life imprisonment was there, and even the out of 2 was death sentence, 2 was life imprisonment. So it was really very boost. It really boost up to me, and my confidence is over. So that confidence gives me the immense power,
Yes.
and thereafter I started the practicing in all the matters.
That's really
And,
great.
and that I applied to my chambers also. All my juniors, I used to give all my juniors free hand, associates free hand, and I try to be sit with them, give the details, and they go and use the argument. So we are doing that.
That's a nice process. That should be followed in all the chambers and offices, I would say. So my next question to you is that as we know that starting your own litigation practice, I mean, initially 3-4 years are very struggling. So how did you succeed establishing your own litigation chamber at the high courts and all?
Yeah. So after this incident, I was 2 years with my senior. And thereafter, I started my own practice. So, being a first generation lawyer, and in Mumbai, my native place is UP. My father is for my mother is housewife. So I have no any advocate. I have no background of the such. So I
Yes.
started the practice. But fortunately, since uh, uh, I was regularly attending the court, and what I realized, I have experienced and seen I have got so many matters when I appeared in the court. So unknown clients approached me and definitely referred me in the matter. That point of time, it was though it was a difficult task for me and for everyone. But I can say by the grace of God, matter started came and slowly, we uh, started the practice, and at presently we are approximately two, uh, 2000 cases we have handled, and so many cases are running, and absolutely we are on the big corporates from client, like so many clients, my and others are clients. So it was a really task, but I never I never I never thought when I started the practice, I never thought about the money and fees. Because what I thought, once clients came me, how I can serve him so he can satisfy. That was my motive initially. So I given my hard work, and as per best of my knowledge and capacity, I have given him service, and definitely it paid. And then the same client referred the other client, and then slowly, they came when the people are coming and we don't have the time to meet him, and by the appointment people are meeting. So definitely in your profession or in any business, whenever you are doing the profession and you are thinking first your interest of your client, interest of your customers, interest of other, you will get name and fame and money in other way, and that is the byproduct. It will become the byproduct once you will establish, and you cannot be established without thinking the interest of other first. What I have learned, what I taught.
Sir, you are also practicing in the very emerging field that is arbitration. So please share with our viewers that how did you develop your interest towards arbitration, and what will you advise to our law students who want to pursue arbitration as a career option?
So, so far as arbitration, uh, if you will see, this is a different mechanism when the industry dispute between the parties can be resolved amicably within time, within time frames and within fast, if you can say. So when I started the practice of the arbitration, I experienced and I realized that uh, by the arbitration, if you by the arbitration, the mechanism which has been made, this this is to avoid the court burden. And in arbitration proceedings, what happens? So you can choose the time and venue as per your convenience with the parties. And in arbitration matters, the mostly matters resolved within 3-4 settings. So, and today's the arbitration scope is very larger scale. Why? Since so many multinational companies are coming in India, and there are so many dispute regarding the arbitration, and even the international arbitration is also one of the other aspects. So, if the new lawyers are thinking about the arbitration proceedings, definitely that is good for them, that is good for client, and that is good for country also, and the legal system also, and the court also, since it avoids the court burden also, and it is very uh, less time consuming proceedings. So this is very good, and because of that, because of that, people come to you once they will know, and you will get the matters. But I realize.
Yes, sir, that's true. So, in 2012 or 13, you filed a writ petition to reduce the service tax in Maharashtra, which was 45% at that time, if I'm not wrong. So, please share your valuable experience on your achievement of reducing that service tax by 7%.
So first of all, how this matter came to me, before there is a some story. I stay in the Navi Mumbai city, which is one of the best city of India. I think you are from
Sir, I'm from Indore.
actually, Indore. Now in the Navi Mumbai and Indore is having the competition,
Yes,
and Indore is number one. We are number two, and
yes.
definitely they want to become number one. So in Navi Mumbai, there was a road, a very mm, prominent road which goes to the headquarters place. It was encroached and occupied by the politicians. Entire road was occupied. There was one bottleneck space, and because of that, there is very heavy traffic. And that was my daily route to visit the court. So apart from the practice, we do some for the society, we do some for the environment, we do some for the animals. So since I was the journalist before that, okay, so it was somewhere in my mind. So I filed a public interest litigation regarding the encroach removal of the encroachment of that portion. So it has become very big matter, and High Court has High Court has established a committee of the collector, commissioner, all the departments, called them and give the direction to do the inspection of the entire Navi Mumbai city, give me the numbers of the illegal constructions, and then I will pass the directions. So it was done, and as per the survey report, it is found approximately 900 illegal constructions were there. Then High Court has given the order, and they started the demolishing that structures. So once it started the structure, the demolition started, then people came to know that the PIL filed by me. Then in my office, 10,000 people gathered, and and they requested to why I have filed this PIL and why I am demolishing their structures. So I requested them, convinced them. The police came. Then after that, I got the police protection. Then even in that point of time, some shelters has been demolished, which was for the poor person, Siddhasam and Balas. So I was so entire illegal structure has been stopped and the road has been widened and news was very circulated publicly. It came in the newspaper media. So there after that point of time, the Maharashtra Petrol Pump Dealer Association approached me. And they told me that in all over India, the Maharashtra state is collecting huge, huge, huge this service tax and bike tax on the diesel and petrol. So why this is discrimination between two states? If you are taking less state this service tax, bad tax in the MP, Goa, Gujarat, UP, Delhi. So why not Maharashtra? So I have done the home this exercise into that. I researched on that, and thereafter I filed the writ petition. And after filing the writ petition, sorry, after filing the writ petition, matter came and heard, and finally, it has been reduced up to 6 to 7%. So, and it has impact entire this state, approximately 11 to 12 crore population are there. So finally, the tax, the Diesel and Petrol Pump Association collect this tax from whom? From the common people. So, so definitely they have been benefited. So that was the idea, and this came to me. What I have experience कर भला तो हो गया. Once you started to give some society give rewards. So definitely it was also very this matter was also very published and news came, something happened. But finally the people has been benefited. That was the motive. So in our profession that is very great thing. You can, if really you are a good advocate, you can give justice to anyone and anywhere. One day one person asked me why you have chosen this profession. But I said, आप जहाँ डर के जाते हो वहां पे मैं काला टाई करके जा सकता हूँ. That is the difference between general and advocate. So this profession is very noble profession. I said, okay, next.
Nice. So, as you mentioned that you were a journalist before a lawyer, so we know that you have worked in the newspapers such as Sahara, TV News, and
And
various
Samna,
other
Samna also. This
newspapers.
here, I started my career with the Samna newspaper, which was
All right.
published. The publisher was by Thapre sir.
So, how was your experience working as a journalist? Were you able to, like record bites on very crucial matters, which were like kind of religious or politics? Like, just describe your journey as a journalist.
When I was studying in the hostel, so I used to read newspaper even 2 days, 2 3 newspaper. So I was, you can say I'm the good reader of the newspaper. So it was my interest. So one of my relatives was one my relative was minister in UP. I was studying in Lucknow. I visited his home. That is the Vidhayak Niwas, you can say, Minister Niwas. So I met Mr. Prem Shukla. He was the chief editor, chief reporter of Samna newspaper in Mumbai. I never visited Mumbai. So when I discussed with him, approximately half an hour over the tea in the morning, so he told me, Mr. Tripathi, uh, you may be very good journalist. Why you are not joining the journalism? Then then it impacted me. Then I thought, and then I shifted from Lucknow to Mumbai to join the Samna newspaper. So it was my last year of the LLB. Then I joined the Samna newspaper. Well, I was the crime reporter, bureau chief of Mumbai district of crime reporting. When I was a journalist, at that point of time there was a very gang war in Mumbai city. That time one cop was there, Pradeep Sharma. I don't know you heard his name or not. He has encountered 100 plus people. He is very famous encounters like this. So he became my friend. Since I was a journalist, I used to meet him. So after meeting him, he has encountered 4 or 5 person who was belong to Arun Gowri Bai. So Arun Gowri was one of the town of Mumbai. So he thought because of my information that has been done. So he has attacked me in the year of 2010. So fortunately, I saved, and thereafter I shifted the Samna, and I worked sometimes Samna, but because of that incident, since they have tried to kill me and by bomb and by gun, so I saved. So my family and my relatives forced me to don't give this job, and that till that my law was completed, then I started my practice. That was the my journey.
So, I mean, as you have been practicing for so many years now, had there been any situation where you had to challenge a client, and like, how did you able to convince them to trust you on your contentions?
Definitely. When I started my practice, there were 2 3 situations when I will discuss with you. Uh, at the initial time, it was a dispute between son and father. Father was ONGC employee. He was the very some executive chief engineer. He had retired. He retired. Thereafter, he got the money. He purchased a bungalow, and he has done one mistake. He has purchased the bungalow on his family. He has given entire money to his son. And when the son became major, he married his wife came. Then the son, after married his wife started misconceptions about his parents to him. And finally, one day he thrown his old mother and father out of his house. This matter came to me through media. Some journalists brought this matter to me. So I took his matter. I filed case. I got the order. After getting the order, also they have been staying in their own house. But it was difficult. That those were the senior citizens, 70 year plus. Order was the son and daughter-in-law cannot that cannot restrain them residing in their own house. But in their own house, they were harassing one another. So they came to me that what is this order and what is the meaning of this order. So that situation was very pathetic situation for me. But I come over there, I convinced them and I filed the appeal and finally I took the order and prevented son and daughter from their own house and they got the order. But it took time. But I convinced them if they are not obeying the order, we will find the contempt and we will do the thing. I convinced them. So these are so many things in our lives. Sometimes it happens. Sometimes clients comes to us and they need the immediate relief. But in their matters, it took the time. So this is very hard situation. You have to manage the clients and you have to manage the proceeding also, and you convince them. I think you have to convince them and tell the proper procedure. Then they convince they finally convince with you. And in our profession, it happens normally. Even in GST, in taxation matters, if you will see what in taxation matter, what happens normally. Once they are departed for any reason, immediately their account frozen by the department. If the guys is working, having the establishment, running the big business, and suddenly you will stop his all, you will freeze all the accounts. He will become handicapped. No matter if the Al Cargo is my company, they are the biggest logistics firm in Asia. One day, SEs are visited his house, they issue the notice, he not came, they visited next day their office, and they are locked their this HR office, accounts office, freezing the accounts. And that company is so many companies, so it's a big company, 50,000, 1 lakh employees are there, and suddenly they they become handicapped. So I convinced them, and next day was Saturday, Sunday. Then we filed the appeal before the Chief Justice. We got the order very immediately. So it took some time, but you convince them, you tell the procedures, and if you will give the wrong, if you will give the false promise, and you will not give the clear picture, then in that position, uh, uh, confusion creates. Otherwise, if you give the proper instruction, proper knowledge, and clear pictures, definitely they understand. And it happens in every day. In our professions, I can say you have to give exam every day in every matters.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what and sometimes it happens you have argued very well, you have done very good, you have do very good exercise, but you not get the order. So in that position, what I say, whatever you have done, and you live in the God, which is not beyond your control. You cannot hurt that. You have done your work. Apart from it is just and it is God.
Yes, sir. That's true, sir. So, what is your take on the current ongoing issue of collegium system between judiciary and legislature?
This is a very sensitive topic right now, I think. And I am holding some political posts also with the ruling government. So I think I will reply at proper time.
All right, sir. No issues, sir. Lastly, sir, any best three advices you would like to give to our viewers for their law journey?
Hmm. First of all, you have to be a good reader. Second, you have to be connected with your creator by the prayers. You may be from any religions. First of all, you have to be good readers. You have to read the law. You have to read the judgment. You have to read the current judgments. And sorry, uh, one day my senior Kamravati called us all of the juniors and asked what is the law. So as per everyone has given the definition what is the law. Finally, he told us one word. What the judges understand that is the law. So apart from reading the book and judgment, to read the judges also, how he thinks, how he act, what he likes, what he likes. So apart from this reading the law, you have to read the judges also. Second, to my juniors, I can say one thing, that you have find the purpose of your life. There are 2 days important. There are two most important days in everyone. One day when he born, and पहला दिन होता है जब वो पैदा होता है, एंड द वेरी नेक्स्ट डे जिस दिन उसको मालूम पड़ गया कि पैदा क्यों हुआ. So you find why you have born on this earth. तो सिर्फ पैसा कमाने के लिए नहीं. It's not a matter of just you earning the money, pay the tax, pay the bills. You have born on the earth to make some difference, to make the impact on the other life, to change the other life for their happiness. अगर इस तरफ, if you will think into that, you will not become only a great person, you will become a great man, and people recognize you, and you will be recognized by the society. That I can say. one more thing. When we started the practice with our seniors, that there are definitely the change of time, change of generation, change of circumstances. Now, but when we have started the practice, we just think about the matter, not money. What I have realized nowadays, once new advocates come, they they don't think about the reading. They don't think about the knowledge. They don't think about the experience. Just they comes to how long. Sorry, how quick they can earn the money. So again, I'm telling you, this is not an overnight journey. This is not a one day affair. It will take time. Just you go slowly. But you have to be perfect in your profession. You cannot be perfect unless you will not devote, unless you will not love, unless you will not read, unless you will not give the entire dedication in your profession, you cannot be a successful life. So leave the money. It will come one day. It will come one day when wherever you will be whenever you will. So you have to be perfect in your this knowledge. And now this is the age of knowledge and information. Once you will get the knowledge, people will come to you. आप जनरल में रहोगे तो भी लोग आ जाएंगे. That I can say.
That's the truth of today's technology, sir. Thank you so much, sir. I am sure I and my users have definitely taken a lot of insights from your journey, from being a law student till the lawyer. And it was very great hearing your journey and, hearing such great experiences. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Radhya. And the same years, I hope uh, by this discussion, if anyone will be changed, it will be really pleasure for me. If
Pleasure.
anyone. Thank
Pleasure.
you.
Thank you, sir.